Placing a trade shouldn't be complicated. It should be smooth as butter. The Fidelity app makes investing easy with zero commission U.S. stock and ETF trades, no account minimums, and fractional shares trading. Fidelity, where nothing comes between you and the trade. That's smooth. Download our app free from the App Store or Google Play. Sell orders are subject to an activity assessment fee from 1 cent to 3 cents per $1,000 of principal. No account minimums apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
Have you heard? Sling TV offers the news you love for less. Hey, wait. You look and sound just like me. I am you. I'm the same news programs on Sling TV for less. You mean you're me, but for less money. A lot less. I'm all the favorite news programs and more on Sling TV starting at just $40 a month. Everything great about me, but for less money? Which makes me greater, don't you think? Get the news you love and more for less. Start saving today. Visit sling.com to see your offer. Sling.
Welcome back, fam, to another adrenaline-fueled episode of AFK with your boy, Ninja. Strap in, because today's going to be a wild ride packed with epic quests, legendary battles, and a whole lot of gaming goodness. Today, I am your guide through the virtual universe of the epic new Final Fantasy VII that is just released. We've got something truly special on the menu today, so grab your energy drinks, some popcorn, and let's dive headfirst into this heart-pounding world of the beautiful video games. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the main event. It's no time for tomfoolery, right? It's no time for dramatics. We're hopping right in. We're diving right in to arguably one of the greatest RPGs of all time. Today, this episode is all about everything and all things Final Fantasy VII. One of Square Enix's, in my opinion, masterpieces. So I want to talk to you guys about Final Fantasy VII. What is it? Why is it exciting? All right. So Final Fantasy VII, all right, hold on. Let me actually get the exact date it came out. Final Fantasy VII release date original. All right. So the original Final Fantasy VII came out on the PlayStation 1. It was 3 discs, and it came out on January 31st, 1997. All right. So I was 6 years old when this game came out. I'm pretty sure I played it when I was like 7 or 8. Man, this was one of my favorite RPGs growing up. Let me just tell you, let me just break it down for you with no spoilers. Just like, you know, I play this game all the time on stream, or I've played it on stream. I've talked about it on stream. I've played the remake on stream. One of the questions I get asked a lot is like, what, like, just literally like, what am I watching? What's it about? And in a nutshell, I described this so perfectly yesterday. I'll try to remaster it. You're watching a video game, or you're playing a video game about a hero and a villain, right? Terrorists that are trying to, who are the good guys, who are trying to destroy and uproot an evil organization. That organization happens to be the government that pretty much runs the world. It's infused with monsters, magic, incredible combat, crazy adventure, epic boss fights, and so much more. And the evil villain is trying to, destroy the world, right? It's a classic. It's a classic, right? When it comes to any RPG, at the end of the day, right? Any JRPG or RPG, like it's it's usually the same. One is usually the same. Someone's trying to destroy something, right? Or someone's trying to end something. Someone's trying to, and it's just classic, man. Well, it's got in my opinion, one of the best protagonists, which is Cloud Strife, and one of the best antagonists, which is Sephiroth, who, dude, just his look is one of the coolest looking villains like of all time. I find that, and he just plays the role so perfectly, and to me, that is why Final Fantasy VII. And I mean, dude, and that's just, again, that was a rough explanation, man. When you play it, there's so much more. There's so much more adventure. There's so much more to it. But yeah, to me, that's why I love Final Fantasy VII so much, and what makes it exciting. Now, how does the FF7 remake compare to the originals in terms of gameplay and visuals? Guys, we have advanced 27 years, right? Gaming technology advanced 27 years since the original came out. It is now 2024. Came out in 1997. If my math is mathing, it's 27 years. It has advanced so much. The visuals of this game, of the gameplay, and first off, the original Final Fantasy VII was turn-based game, right? Which a lot of people like. A lot of your soft-core gamers. I think that's what you say. Anyways, a lot more casuals. I think is what I should have said. Casual gamers out there like a little turn-based game, right? You don't have to. Like if you don't move, the other guy won't move, and they can sit there and kind of plot out how they're going to win the fight, etc. And the combat system alone has changed so much that it's more of like a fluent combat where you're running around, the monsters are fighting, they're reacting, and you're moving around in like a small battlefield space. So the combat gameplay has advanced drastically. The gameplay is essentially more or less the same in terms of kind of like roaming around, because there was a lot of free roaming in Final Fantasy VII where you run around, you look for treasure, but like obviously it's all about visuals, right? So the visuals are what really made this game just so different. The visuals have changed so much to where they kind of not tip their hat, dude. It's kind of like a cameo. I don't even know. They joke around at a point in this game where, if for those of you who have played Final Fantasy VII, when you play it and do the Condor battle minigame, they literally put Cloud and whoever you're using into the game. There's a little bit of a spoiler, as the characters, like the graphics wise, like how they looked, like a little bit more polished, but like that like cube circle bricky type character. If you just Google Final Fantasy VII original graphics and like look at what Cloud looked like, that is how they put him in the game, but like more polished in this minigame. Like that, like just teasing, right? Just joking about how like they knew how bad the graphics were back in the day. And yeah, and the visuals, by the way, are still stunning, right? So they joked around with how bad the graphics were back in the original Final Fantasy VII in the new FF7 Advent Children, or FF7 Rebirth. And it's still beautiful. It still looked polished and clean. So like that's how far the gameplay and visuals have come in the last 27 years, which by the way is like, I'm 32 years old. This is great. It's just another constant reminder of life's freaking bitch of a mistress time. You know what I'm saying, dude? But yeah, incredible strides. It's so beautiful. I've been playing it on stream actually the last couple of days, so I'm assuming this is going to be. I think this episode is airing pretty quickly because I've been a little snoozical, a little snooze lately on recording some of these solo episodes. I have been super busy last week, and then this week I have been basically a zombie. Kind of getting a little distracted here, but I want to talk about this. Basically been a complete zombie so I'm on day 7. Today's day 7 of no caffeine, and I feel like a human again. I haven't had, and it's been 2 days in a row now, I haven't had any spells where like, I call them like sleep spells, where I just want to sleep. I can't do anything. It's like it's 11:30 noon. I've already slept 8 to 10 hours. I've woken up at 6 or 7, right? And I want to go back to bed at noon or 12:30. Like not even like a nap. Like obviously I do nap, or I was napping in the first 5 days, but I literally just wanted to sleep. And I would nap on the couch for like 2-3 hours. It was crazy. All right. Full blown withdrawals, no caffeine. And the reason I wanted to do this as well was because I was just trying to reset my tolerance a little bit. The goal was to reset my tolerance. The goal was to be able to enjoy a cup of coffee in the morning, get that caffeine feeling, right? Where like you feel it and it actually does something, because I was having so much. It was just to the point where I would literally, like, I would have a pre-workout just to game and stay awake, because I was just so like, I was already sleepy, right? I was almost always sleepy. But then after like 30, I would be maybe energetic for like 15 minutes, not even joking, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then I would be sleepy again. So I was like, this is a problem. This is not how this is supposed to work. Caffeine. And so now I'm actually getting to the point where it's kind of like just like alcohol. I might just cut it out and like, enjoy that cup of coffee, enjoy that, that cocktail like once in a blue moon as a treat, which is honestly sounds pretty good to me because I just have so much natural. I'm having a lot more natural energy. It sounds so weird, right? Oh, have caffeine, you have energy, right? It's like, but dude, it just ends up just tapering off so quick. So anyways, that's what's going on. I've been playing Final Fantasy VII in the mornings. And the reason I haven't recorded the podcast last week or even solo episodes is because I have been a zombie, little zombie, like first 5 days, couldn't do anything. Had to cancel a bunch of stuff. So, but here we are, day 7, recording this on a beautiful Sunday. And we're popping. Woke up at 6:40, got 8 hours. I feel incredible. And yeah, man, we're pop, lock, and dropping, dude. We're locking in and locking on. Only a couple people are gonna get that reference. Hey everyone, Ninja here, and let me tell you about Factor, the game changer when it comes to eating better without the hassle. Factor has restaurant quality meals ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. No more meal prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Whether it's breakfast, midday bites, or dinner, Factor has you covered with over 35 options to choose from every week, including Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto meals. From the first bite, I was blown away by the quality and taste of their meals. I love their Protein Plus options. They're perfect for fueling up for a long gaming session. Factor has saved me precious cooking time and has helped me stay on track with my nutrition goals. Are you ready to revolutionize your mealtime routine? Head to factormeals.com/ninja50 and use code ninja50 to get 50% off of your order. That's right, 50% off delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered right to your door. That's code ninja50 at factormeals.com/ninja50 for 50% off.
Luxury is meant to be livable. Discover the new leather collection at Ashley with premium quality leather sofas, recliners, and more, all built to last. No matter how many spills, scuffs, or pet-related mishaps come its way, the leather collection at Ashley is made with the durability you need for the whole family. Shop the new leather collection at Ashley and find chairs starting at $499.99 and sofas at $599.99. Ashley, for the love of home.
So my first quick playthrough, thoughts, concerns, excitements about Final Fantasy VII. So I haven't played through it all the way yet, obviously, but like my first thoughts on it. It's beautiful. Oh, my first quick playthrough, like the demo. Let's talk about the demo. My first quick playthrough of the demo. So the game came out with the demo like 2 weeks before it launched on the PlayStation 5. So for those of you Xbox and PC users, I apologize. I don't think this game comes out for you guys. Well, first off, it never comes out on Xbox, but it won't come out on PC for another 6 months. And that's that PlayStation exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, you can't escape the power of Sony. But dude, yeah, this game, I mean, they can do that because that's how good this game is. So I did the demo 2 days ago, and you basically do the original very first mission ever in Final Fantasy VII. Actually, that's a lie. You do the mission when you're in Calm after you break out of Midgard. So you're with Sephiroth and you're in Tifa and you're in Nibelheim and you're like just looking at the reactor. It's like that story. So that's the demo. I played through that, and dude, I guess I can't spoil. I don't want to spoil. I want to do this without spoiling anything crazy. So I'll kind of talk a little bit vague. So basically, just everything was breathtaking. And my favorite part about Final Fantasy VII and the remake, it's very important to listen to what it's called. This is not a remaster, right? A lot of games come out and they do a remaster, right? And the graphics will be updated and everything just gets polished, okay? This is not a remaster. This is a remake. They've remade this game. So they are changing a little bit of the storyline. They are changing a little bit of a little bit of this, a little bit of that, which, by the way, I'm a huge fan of, dude. I have loved Final Fantasy VII ever since I was a kid. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And all I want is more lore. All I want is more content, right? So if that means that they're even changing some of the story, sign me up. Hell yeah, bro. I'm not going to be one of those elitists that says it was a perfect game that doesn't need to be changed. Sign me up. Change a little. Like, they've done a great job of not changing a lot of stuff, but they've also done a great job of being like, dude, anything could happen without completely altering the storyline, which is, dude, in my opinion, it's just perfect, right? I want anything and all new content, more content of Final Fantasy VII. So this is a remake. And the demo, even the demo of when you're doing that mission with Sephiroth, like as Cloud, as quote unquote Cloud, is beautiful. Just the remake was beautiful. Sephiroth's hair, oh my God, stunning. You get to play as him as a little bit throughout this demo, which is dope. The storyline was pretty perfect, actually. I don't think they really changed much about this, but dude, like at one point you discover natural materia, like natural form of materia on this mission. And it's just, dude, it's just beautiful. It just looks stunning. The graphics are incredible. It's just so majestic. The music's insane. So just if you, and by the way, the demo is free if you have PS5. So for those of you guys who aren't sold yet, anyone out there listening, like, yeah, maybe I want to try this game out. You guys aren't sold yet? Play the demo. Download the demo and play that. Try it out. And by the way, this is not an ad, which is why I was surprised when I looked at the schedule. I looked at what I was recording these next couple of days, and I saw that we're dedicating an entire episode to Final Fantasy VII. I'm sitting here like, you would assume that we might be getting paid the guacamole, but we are not. We are not being paid a dime, and I do not care. These are my favorite types of things to do, right? Just talk about things that I'm passionate about, and that's Final Fantasy VII. So, with the addition of new content and expanded storylines, what surprises are you expecting from the remake? Ooh, all right, you know what, dude? I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now, dude. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. From this moment on, if you plan on playing the game and you don't want spoilers, you might have to mute this a little bit. You might have to mute, you might have to pause, you might have to go and watch another episode or listen to another episode of AFK with Ninja, because we're talking, from this moment on, we're talking spoilies. We're talking spoilies until I decide that I can continue to do this without spoilies. So, with the addition of the new content, expanded storylines, dude, they've already potentially added, at the beginning of the game, they immediately tease that Zack's alive. And I'm not gonna get into that too much, but that Zack's potentially alive. I think Red 13 dies in a helicopter crash, or that's what it looks like. And Shinra reclaims. No, he doesn't reclaim. Shinra reclaims Red 13. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And they tease that alternate storyline at the beginning of, like right at the beginning of the game, but then they go right back into the game, right from where you were, which is at calm. So that's already a surprise. What I'm hoping, and I don't know if this is possible, she'll have to die, but I'm hoping that Aerith lives in some universe, in some fashion, in some way. I'm hoping that Aerith lives. I think they're already doing this. But I'm hoping that they also like lean a little bit more into the love of the potential love triangle, which is already happening between Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith. So I think more of that will expand as well. Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, dude, like Sephiroth. I mean, you know, Sephiroth's got to go. So really, the only thing that I'm hoping and expecting for it is I literally just want Aerith to not die. That would be incredible. If she doesn't die by Sephiroth, or she doesn't die, that would be amazing. But I'm pretty sure she has to. So, but that is something that I'm hoping for. And the surprise that already happened is that there's like alternate timelines that are bleeding into what we're watching, and what we're playing through, which is really, really cool. How does the game stay true to the essence of the original while also bringing fresh elements to the table? Dude, I love that. They're already doing it, right? They're already doing it. I've talked about how they're changing bits and pieces of the storyline and kind of adding a lot more content more than changing, right? They are changing some things, but they're really adding just boatloads of new content. Which is one way that they do that, right? They stay true to the essence of the original. But the main storyline, right? Those big moments that you remember when you're playing through Final Fantasy VII, like those are there, right? When you're escaping from Shinra's headquarters on the motorcycle in the car, right, with Cloud, that's there. That and it's remastered and it's beautiful. when you're escaping, or not, when you're Cloud dressing up as having to dress up as a girl to get into the Don's mansion, like that's there, remastered a little bit, right? Just kind of twisted a little bit and perfected. That's from part 1, by the way. In part 2, fighting the snake crossing the lake with a chocobo. That's perfect. It's remastered. It's amazing. It's dope. Capturing your first chocobo, remastered, but it's amazing. It's dope. The way that Sephiroth kills the Midgard Stormmister when you get there, like that's there, dude. It's things like that, right? Everything is there, slightly changed, like slightly perfected with a twist on it, and it's just sick. They've dominated it. So as long as they just keep doing that, we are big chilling. As a longtime Final Fantasy fan, what aspects of the game are you most excited to experience? I'm excited. I'm hoping for like the end game Emerald and Ruby fights. I hope that they pay homage to those because those were optional fights. So we'll see about that. I can't wait to get Vincent, who is an optional character in the game, but he looks like he's like got some roles. Like he has like a role in this game. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to go out and do the space mission. Right? Like, I can't imagine how dope that is going to be. That's going to be so sick. The underwater mission, I feel like that's going to be freaking disgusting. Like, literally, I'm just so, I'm literally, dude, I cannot wait to play this freaking game and, like, keep playing this game. And then also, the arena, when you get to, the Chocobo place, I literally can't believe I can't forget what it's called, but there's, like, an arcade. They have an arcade, section in the game, and that's going to be lit. There's like chocobo racing. There's a battle arena that's dope, and that's how you unlock Ultima. And like I think it's how you get his Cloud's like ultimate weapon skill, ultimate limit break. So just so many cool things. I'm looking forward to all of it. The soundtrack has also been a crucial part of the FF experience. How does the music in the remake stack up against the iconic tunes of the original? I think that I'm literally saying the remake, dude, has literally almost better set music. Like they've amped it up. Of course, they've redone it, right? They've added more, remixed a lot of the original music, but they've also added in like new songs during these like little certain missions and certain cutscenes, and they're even better. They're like, dude, they're so creative, they're so catchy, they're so fun. Yeah, I would say that they're killing it. They're knocking it out of the park. They're doing even better music. They're adding even better music in the remake, which is just, iconic. I really can't wait for that. I can't wait for the soundtrack. I think it might already be out. I'll literally check after I record this, but I can't wait to just listen to the soundtrack on repeat. Every single song is perfect. With advancements in gaming technology, since the release of the original FF7, how has the remake capitalized on these innovations? I mean, dude, the remake is literally anything and everything that you could imagine. Every innovation and every innovation in gaming technology is shown in the remake. Like, and it's obvious. You know what I mean? It's been so long. It's been 27 years. It'd be impossible not to like showcase that, right? And show that how far we've come, right? From the character models, the graphics, to the scenery, the landscape. It's some of the most beautiful scenery. Like it's right up there, right? You're talking like Elden Ring, Breath of the Wild. Like it does not disappoint. It hits all those. It's insane. To the voice acting. To what's crazy is the voice actors. So they never had voices for Tifa, Aerith, or anyone, right? In FF7, the game was so old, right? It was all audio, just text boxes, right? And then some cutscenes here and there, but you never had audio. You never had a voice to these characters. The voice, to the graphics, to the combat style, to the music, to like the music implementation, to the background scenery, all the way to the voice actors that they got. They've killed it. And Cody Christian, by the way, I want to give a massive shout out to my boy Cody Christian, who voices Cloud Strife in the Final Fantasy VII remake. Because if there was a voice in the world, and this is Cody's natural voice, by the way, if there's any voice in the world that would come out of Cloud's mouth and like as an English actor, it's Cody's. It's literally Cody's. So just thank you for making this just the greatest Cloud, right? And just the greatest game ever, man. Like, huge shout out to you, man. I'm seriously, there's not again, like anyone else's voice coming out of his mouth would have been not, it wouldn't have done it justice. So, but yeah, as I was saying, everything top to bottom to the voice actors who are voice acting FF7, to all the graphics and all the advancements. Everything has been capitalized on, in my opinion.
Luxury is meant to be livable. Discover the new leather collection at Ashley with premium quality leather sofas, recliners, and more, all built to last. No matter how many spills, scuffs, or pet-related mishaps come its way, the leather collection at Ashley is made with the durability you need for the whole family. Shop the new leather collection at Ashley and find chairs starting at $499.99 and sofas at $599.99. Ashley, for the love of home.
Planning an international trip and want to learn the language of your destination? Then check out the language learning program Rosetta Stone on desktop or as an app. Rosetta Stone is designed to immerse you in the language you're learning. Plus, the True Accent feature even gives you feedback on your pronunciation. Don't put off learning that language. There's no better time than right now to get started. For a very limited time, listeners can get Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. That's 50% off unlimited access to 25 language courses for the rest of your life. Redeem your 50% off at rosettastone.com today.
So the FF7, for those of you guys who also don't know, the remake is being released in multiple parts. So it's part 1, part 2, and then a final part 3, just like the discs. How does this approach impact the storytelling and pacing of the game? So that's a great. I love my team, bro. So, because that's a great question. So this, all right. So as I was saying, they're changing little things to not impact the main storyline crazy enough, so that's one thing. But like and that's important to know because we've already played. Almost everyone's already. The majority of people that are playing the remake, in my opinion, I believe, and I'm guessing actually when I'm saying this, but I imagine that they played the original Final Fantasy VII. So for the majority of the players, the pacing of releasing these games is irrelevant because we already know what's going to happen, right? So the pacing is completely irrelevant for the majority of people because we know what's happening. So the fact that it's releasing in multiple parts and not all at once, it's fine. For me, I love it. I get to anticipate more. I get to get excited for the next release. I've replayed the first one like 3 times. I'm definitely going to replay the second one, I'm sure. 6 months down the line, a year down the line. The storytelling, the pacing of the game, like, it kind of gives you like a little review of what happened, like right at the end or right at the beginning of the game for the second one. And you don't, yeah. So the pacing for me is not a big issue. It's like, make me wait, get me excited, give me more. I want more. And I think they're doing a great job of that. Are there any specific scenes or moments from the original FF7 that I'm eager to see reimagined in the remake? Well, I'm almost halfway done, I imagine, through the second game. The battle at the top of the Tower of Midgard, when, you have to slide out of there and there's a bunch of helicopters, etc., and everything's going crazy and you're fighting to not drop the plate on Sector 7 is like, that fight was iconic. That watching that was iconic. Sephiroth walking away from Nibelheim after he sets it on fire. Wow. And then probably Aerith's demise is another scene that I don't want to watch, but I'm excited to. And so much more. So, what role does nostalgia play in the appeal of FF7 Remake, and how does it cater to both longtime fans and the newcomers to the series? I mean, there's nothing nostalgic if you haven't played the game before. So for newcomers, there's nothing, right? I mean, you have to have experienced the original to be able to literally get nostalgia. But for the longtime fans, I mean, yeah, they're killing it. They're tapping. They know exactly what they're doing. Square Enix knew exactly what they did when they made this game, and when they decided to do this remake, and they knew that people would be buying this. They knew that every single person that played FF7 would buy this and play this. Yeah, and again, they're doing it perfectly. They're doing it justice, and they're just, to the music, it's really the music. The music really does kill it. Like the remake with the twists, right? The remixes, they're perfect. And I think that's I mean, music is one of the things. It's like a memory switch where you can hear a song and it takes you back to a place. And I think that's how they're doing it in FF7 with the music. And this is kind of the similar questions. As someone who's experienced the original Final Fantasy VII, how does the remake evoke a sense of nostalgia while also offering something fresh and exciting? Yeah, I think that it's just, first off, I would have played this game if it was a remaster, not a remake. I would have played this game even if nothing changed, and it was just like verbatim, top to bottom, what FF7 was, but it looked better. So that's number one, and I believe a lot of people are the same. So from that standpoint, change something, and I'll be excited, and I'll be even more excited and stoked, right? And that's what they've done. They've changed little things, and they're continuing to do it perfectly without messing up, without completely butchering what the original FF7 was about in the storyline. So just continuing to do that as I play through the part 2 and as when part 3 releases. How do I think the FF7 remake will influence the future of the franchise and the gaming industry as a whole? I don't think it doesn't do anything to the future of the franchise, in my opinion, because all the Final Fantasy games are not linked. This is a non-spoiler conversation for your listeners out there. So many people ask me, how do I get into Final Fantasy, right? Final Fantasy 1, there's literally 1 through 16, and then there's a couple of multiple ones in between. It's one big universe, but they're not linked, right? So like, you don't need to play Final Fantasy 1 to play 2, or 2 to 3, or 4 to 7, and 7 to play 9, and 9 to play 10. They're all different. All different characters besides, maybe a Cid, who's like, it's like their little, Easter egg. He's in almost every game. But like, again, he's not like, he doesn't know that he's in every game, right? So yeah, this isn't going to, influence the future of the franchise at all, except for the fact that it might. They're basically saying that, hey, we might remake another FF, right? If they've remade FF7, they might remake 10, they might remake 9, they might remake 8, they might remake, 11. Imagine. No. But yeah, that's the only way that it would influence the future of the franchise of 7. But as the gaming industry, I think that the way that Final Fantasy 7, so the way that Square Enix has shown that you can see success remaking a game and actually kind of messing with the storyline a little bit and adding more, I think that there might be other games in the future that could follow suit. But you have to understand, like, these games took years to make. Years. I don't even know how long. I don't even know when this was started, right? But I think there was like a 4-year gap between the first one and the part 2. So you're not gonna see, unless they were inspired from the first remake, you're not gonna see remakes of this caliber for a while, right? They might start popping out in the next couple of years, like teases, which would be really, really cool. But as of right now, zero influence, because we need more time to see if the gaming culture, right, and the gaming industry is actually influenced. Because I can influence somebody by buying a drink or by buying something by and then you can pretty much see the next day or see on Twitter and social media if people are drinking that drink or buying what I'm trying to influence them to buy. When it comes to an industry remaking a game, you can't just snap your fingers and remake a game the next day, or even tease that you're going to the next day, right? Unfortunately, there's a lot of politics in this garbanzo, in these garbanzo beans. But final question, everyone. Final Fantasy episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Final question. In my opinion, what makes Final Fantasy VII such an enduring and beloved classic in the world of gaming? So your story is only as good as your villain. I think that's like a common theme, especially when it comes to RPGs. especially when it comes to RPGs, dude. The more diabolical the villain, like the better the story, right? Because there's more to overcome and you can get more from it. You can draw more emotions from it. And I think that Sephiroth is I think he's one of the greatest villains in all of Final Fantasy. Like he's just from his appearance to his demeanor to his like, just he's aesthetically pleasing to look at. He's like insane, but he's not insane. Does he have? It's just they nailed it, right? So like it's that. I think it's the villain and a wombo combo, the protagonist, and like every single character in the game. This is just the Final Fantasy IX did a great job of this. I care about every character in Final Fantasy VII and in Final Fantasy IX. I cared about their storyline. I cared about what happened to these people. Like, and it's not all Cloud. It's not just about Cloud, right? Like Tifa, like you fall in love with Tifa and Aerith and Barrett and Red 13 and Sid and Vincent and even Yuffie. Like every character kind of is like a little mini main character, and that's why I love FF7 so much, man. Because I just love the whole universe of it all. And there you have it, folks. Another epic journey through the gaming cosmos with yours truly, Ninja. I hope you had as much fun as I did diving into the world of Final Fantasy VII and geeking out over all things gaming. Don't forget to smash that like button. Please hit subscribe. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on the FF7 Remake if you're playing it or if you're watching the stream. Until next time, keep gaming like a boss.
Luxury is meant to be livable. Discover the new leather collection at Ashley with premium quality leather sofas, recliners, and more, all built to last. No matter how many spills, scuffs, or pet-related mishaps come its way, the leather collection at Ashley is made with the durability you need for the whole family. Shop the new leather collection at Ashley and find chairs starting at $499.99 and sofas at $599.99. Ashley, for the love of home.